What is up, guys? So we're starting the day off at Morfius Performance, of course. So if you haven't seen yesterday's video, we finished up the axle back on the Z and it was a piece of art. If you haven't, go watch the video before you even watch this one. But for today, we're going to be completing the rest of the exhaust. Now, like I said in the previous video, the axle back took up most of our time, mainly because of all the pie cuts and the intricate spacing between the rear end. Sure, but the rest of it is as much welding as it is just kind of mocking up, so it should be coming together a little bit faster. So we should have the full exhaust finished today. We should be able to hear it start, and I can't be more excited. So what we'll be making today is the downpipe off of the turbo elbow, the straight to the X-Back. Oh my god, I was screaming.
Yeah, right?
Okay, well it's a lot quieter in here now, but there we go. So the consensus is, are we working off the turbo elbow or we're gonna work off the rear end?
We're gonna start at the turbo elbow, and guess what, guys? What's on the menu? Hashtag pie cuts.
Pre-cut pie cuts.
It is cheating a little bit, but it's well worth it.
Justin's probably gonna weld this whole thing up right now, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I think so.
So Justin's gonna weld this whole thing up now. I have to go to the part store and get some hardware because we don't have any bolts. That's gonna look badass. Look at that fitment. Nice and taut. Now I wanted to make the point again while I have you guys still here. You don't need to go this crazy with the intercooler piping and exhaust for the SRZ swap. I don't want to deter anyone from it, who possibly might want to do this in the future. It's been proven and known that you could basically just mod 240 stuff. So as far as the exhaust goes, you could use a Z cat pack and use a 240 turbo elbow and downpipe, and you could basically mod the two together with very minimal work. And as far as intercooler piping, it's basically the same thing. You take a 240 kit, and you might have to chop the intake side or something, but it's very easy and requires very minimal work. You don't have to do a crazy whole custom setup like we're doing here, but we're doing it because it's fun and it's sick and it's a great learning experience. You gotta add a flex pipe into the system. Now this is very important because if there's no flex in the system, your turbo is gonna be taking a lot of that impact if your exhaust moves at all. It's gonna be moving, and usually your turbo is gonna be the weak point at that, and you're gonna break turbo studs, you're gonna break your manifold, you're gonna crack a bunch of stuff. So the flex,
that is exactly where it's gotta go.
Beautiful. So now everything in the back will basically be able to flex individually from the turbo, so the turbo doesn't have a lot of strain. Nice and tucked up. A little bit more welding than we anticipated because we weren't going to pie cut this piece, but we realized it would just be better in the long run. And the axle back looks so badass.
That, and you guys asked for it.
True.
You said, if you're doing pie cuts, why not pie cut the whole thing? So here you go, here's pie cutting the whole thing.
It's going to be so nice to see through the engine bay though.
Oh my god, yeah. I'm so happy that we actually couldn't use that pipe.
Just setting up for his long journey of welding. This will be the last majority of it, like I keep saying.
Yeah, it's the last big part.
So, are you hyped up enough?
I am super hyped.
But Justin's filming this. Peep the time lapse on his channel because it's always so fun to watch. Link in description, you guys know. One thing though that I did find out recently, which is like actually really embarrassing, but I figured I'd share it with you guys so no one else makes that same mistake, is I actually put a KA MAF on the SR this whole time. To tell you the truth, I'm surprised it ran as well as it did. So the KA MAF and the SR MAF look super similar, and I happen to have I had a stockpile of SR MAFs. I had like 4 of them, and I guess there was a KA MAF in there, and when I grabbed a MAF, I just kind of grabbed the cleanest one, and as you can see, they look very similar. I just painted the SR one because it was dirty, but as you can see, they look very similar to each other, especially when there's like a bulk of 5 of them. And I honestly would have never caught it unless a subscriber actually did catch it, which I was really impressed with. I doubted it at first, but then confirmed it. So completely lost the comment in the pool of comments, but whoever you are, thank you so much. That really saved the day. I'm actually really excited to see how it runs with the SR MAF because it's only gonna make it run nicer, and it ran half decent before, so it was my mess up, but it's good news actually. Ends up actually being pretty good news. All right, hopefully that does the trick. And you know what? I want to go speed density like as quick as I can, so next month I'm probably gonna buy the ECU and we'll get this thing MAFless. Time check, it's been almost an hour.
It looks like peanut butter and jelly. It looks like candy. Straight up, it just looks like candy.
And yes, this pipe is stainless. Though it doesn't look it, it just hasn't been cleaned up. Once, if I hit this with a Scotch-Brite or something or some steel wool, it'll make it look nice and shiny, but trust me, that is stainless.
Jolly Rancher exhaust.
So much coloring on this one. And now, this to this. Nice and tucked up so we can be a stancy boy if we want to.
Above that spot the whole way back will be fine.
That's true.
And then we'll come up and catch this one.
We have just enough pipe.
Alright.
Oh, we fucked up. Damn it.
Well, that's not gonna work. You guys were close.
Is that a helicopter outside? Oh, no, it's a Subaru. Justin's throwing together the last section. This is exciting. Luckily, the V-bands allow us to basically twist each piece, so it gives us a little bit of room for error, so it actually makes life a lot easier. Oh, still hot. Fits like a well-fitting glove. Because sometimes gloves don't fit that well, but this one fits.
Not like an ill-fitting glove.
An ill-fitting glove. Look at that. Clicks right through that. Oh, I mean, once we weld it, but. And then we got to do the bung for the AFR, and we'll be tuned. Final pipe weld. So the last piece we need to do before the hangers are welded on is for the oxygen sensor for the AFR gauge. Now I put that somewhere right here. This is for my AM AFR gauge, so I can know my air fuel ratio in the car, so I can tell how the car is running essentially. We figured out where we want it in the car, drilled a hole for it, just enough for the nose to fit in, and then we also have a vibrate weld-in bung for it, which is making our life a lot easier. Quickly flappered an arch into it, just so it hugs the pipe a little bit nicer, and we should be all set. Perfect. Love it. This piece is now all done. Look how legit this looks. Alright, so at this point, we're trying to figure out where our last main hanger should go. So we're trying to tighten everything in place, rig everything up. Since with the V-band clamps, you can kind of get a little bit of play out of them. You can kind of rotate them to put the exhaust where you want it. So only issue we're having is clearance on the cross member of the tranny, just because we had to put it close to clear the bottom of the car. But I think with a little bit of rotation, a little bit of finesse, we're gonna get it good.
Freaking stancy pants.
All right, so we got to rig together another hanger. What Justin's good idea was to put it on the middle pipe, just in case something happens where the V-band is lost. Something is at least supporting the middle pipe. This way, everything will be supported by its own individual hanger. Probably gonna use the existing center support bearing piece right here. We found this tab right here. That if I bolt it to here, it won't rotate. I'm gonna put a rod on it, and of course I'm gonna do a little generic 90 rod right here, and we'll put a nice hanger, and we'll be all set.
Is it easy as pie?
Oh, get out of here. Good enough, just to be red. Yeah, done nice, nice. Too bad this. There we go.
Wow, you're so strong.
Bam.
Balam?
Balam.
Wham bam shambalam?
Yes, sir. That works, right, RJ?
Looks like it'll work just fine.
Perfect. Now we're gonna pull it down, weld it up, put the gaskets in, put the O2 sensor in, and fire this Joni up. AFR O2 sensor. came out freaking mint. Perfect. It's this time. It's been a long 2 days. Justin, you're probably...
I'm tired.
Yeah.
I'm extremely tired.
I have work in 5 hours.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, hopefully the car runs better with a little bit of with the new actual MAF that's meant for the car. I can't even think straight. There's still no couplers anywhere in the intake system. I can't justify coupling it. I can't justify clamping it all down knowing I'm going to take it apart in like 2 days anyways. So we'll see how she runs.
Leave the thumb here for now.
We'll leave it right there.
And see where we go from here.
Oh boy. There we go. That's badass. Sure, running a lot better. Yeah, it wants to idle. That's sick. That sounds awesome. So much better. Wow, that MAF helped a lot. So I was really scared it would sound like a straight pipe SR, which I personally hate the sound of it. I think it's kind of ugly sounding, but that sounds sick. RJ, you think that sounds sick?
I like the way it sounds. I want to hear with a load on it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I want to get on it, but the exhaust looks great and it sounds great. Like RJ said, I can't wait till we can get an actual load on it and do some pulls with it. But for now, cannot complain. Didn't seem to really leak anywhere, which is good. I mean, I don't see why it would.
Yeah, I don't really hear too much leak. I like that it doesn't sound very raspy. It's deep.
Yeah, exactly. The 3-inch really opens it up. So my mess up with the MAF actually is kind of nice because now it's like a whole different motor. It wants to idle. It's just the fact that, you know, it has all this unmetered air coming in from all the open couplers is just kind of breaking it up. But it's like, it wants to idle now. Before it was breaking up really bad, but this is sick. I'm pumped. I couldn't be happier, and it's been a long past 2 days, but it's been worth it. I can't thank Justin enough. He put so much time in for me, so much time and effort, taught me so much stuff. I can't wait to attempt to do stuff like this by myself soon enough. But you guys know,
It sounds fucking amazing.
it looks amazing. And it sounds good. You guys know, sub to Justin like I've been saying. Link in description. He's going to put up more footage of the exhaust. He has a lot more welding footage than I do. He's got the GoPro angle, which is like fire for it. So if you guys want to see some cool shit and want to learn some cool shit, sub at this point.
Yes, please. And thank you.
But I guess that's it. We're tired. We want to go home. You'll see more of this probably tomorrow. So like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more content and have a good night. RJ, that's all you.